Dobro jutro, Anete, kako ste?
Jensen, I just tried to unlock the assembly lab door, but my override codes aren't working. Someone's changed the protocols.
When hacking, your goal is to take control of a device's registries, so you can access the security codes within. To do it, you must navigate the network, capturing nodes as you go along. You begin a hack from your point of entry in the system, the I/O port. To capture a node, simply place the cursor over it and hold the interaction button. A wheel will appear, showing you the programs that can be used against it. Traveling from node to node is accomplished using bridges. A bridge can be unidirectional or bidirectional, as shown by its arrows. Each time you capture a node, there is a chance the network will detect your presence. The higher a node's rating, the greater the likelihood that you will be detected. If detected, don't panic. You still have a chance, you just need to hurry. The network will try to trace your entry point and boot you out of the system. If you manage to capture the registries before the network trace reaches your I/O port, you'll be okay.
What? Didn't you plug them? I'm on it. But until I find this particular breach and fix it, you'll have to hack the door manually.
Access.
So this is a very interesting room. This is a room that's very dear to me. It's one of the early stuff that we designed for the game. This goes back to probably fall. No, this is like fall 2007, I think. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it ended up being produced in 2008 for the game, but I think if it's 2008, it's very early, like right after Christmas or something, right? And so we weren't really sure what we're doing with the game at that point, or the locations, and all that kind of stuff. But we knew we had to do the tech demo, right? And this is what we did. In this room, obviously, the concept art, the idea was it was a tech lab. It was a biotech lab. It's Thierry Doison, this artist named Baron Thierry, who did it. Superb concept art. And the idea on DSX is that we wanted to make sure that the visual style was very consistent throughout the entire game, right? It was really homogeneous. And a good way to do this is you make sure that the style that's on the concept art is the style that you want in the game, that there's no like dual standard, you know what I mean? And then what the production artists see on the concept art, they need to reproduce it, I wouldn't say as is, but they can.
Access strength. Automated dispersal device deactivated. Countdown terminated.
Pritchard, give word to Sarah. I found the hostages.
I'm relaying good news, I hope.
They're safe. They're Swap will have to expo them as soon as I've got the prototype.
I'll tell Sarah, but don't take too long.
After guards, security systems will be your prime area of concern, as they will trigger alarms that bring about heightened security. Trying to destroy these devices is a bad idea. Try instead to get around them. By timing your moves properly, you should be able to do so relatively easily. If an alarm does sound, guards will start looking for you. Fortunately, they won't sustain this level of alertness for long. Eventually, they will believe you fled the area, and the alarm level will drop. Access granted. unlock new abilities or augmentations, you must first gain experience in the form of XP points. You will receive these points when completing main objectives, side quests, or through special bonuses, like completing a mission without being detected. Once you've accumulated enough XP points, you will receive
Paradox.
These points are used to unlock upgrades to existing augmentations, and to unlock entirely new augmentations. Praxis kits, which can be found through exploration or purchased in limb clones, will also give you instant Praxis points. To unlock an augmentation or upgrade, simply select it in the augmentation screen, check the cost, and, if you have enough Praxis points, activate it. Some of the obstacles that can be circumvented by hacking include turrets, cameras, and robots. All you need to do is find a security hub controlling these obstacles and hack it. Capture and fortify programs are your main hacking tools. You can upgrade their ratings via hacking augmentations. A node's rating affects the speed at which the network can process it. Therefore, higher rated nodes will slow the network down. You can slow it down further by fortifying nodes, which will increase their effective rating. You can also use a slow worm to stop the trace process entirely for a few seconds. Finally, to prevent detection when taking over nodes, you can use the nuke virus, which gives you a 0% detection chance. The nuke and stop programs are expendable viruses. Their supplies are limited, so use them wisely. A counter in the top right corner of the screen helps you keep track of them. When hacking, there are 3 types of nodes to capture. Directories are meaningless data holders. They serve no purpose other than to allow you to travel to your destination. APIs are system functions that can be used against the network. They can slow it down by spamming it, or they can lower node ratings to make them easier for you to capture. Data stores contain valuable information that can result in money, programs, or even experience points. Any reward you find on the system will only be yours if you succeed in hacking it. Otherwise, rewards cannot be downloaded and will remain on the system. Aside from cameras and doors, you will not be able to shut down any security device until you get the right augmentation upgrade. Access granted.
Here, another cutscene where Jensen is going to interact with a potential enemy. And I remember having discussion with Zizi Kocka, our cinematic director back in the day, because the constraint I gave him is that I didn't want Jensen in any cutscene with a gun, because we don't know what the player's going to have. And for me, it was really important that the cutscenes were keeping the character that you were building consistent with when you were going into those moments. So for him, it was a real challenge to still have Jensen look badass, and then but not using a gun. And that's why in this one we see with the hacker is that Jensen pulls out his blade from his arm, so it was a way to compensate for the lack of that.
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah. You were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressuring me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
So here, one of the interesting cutscenes where actually I remember us debating about the fact that everybody in this world were thin. There was no fat people and everything. And since with our skeleton and etc. for all the NPCs in the world, we knew that we couldn't address that thing, and we said, well, at least there might be an opportunity to put something in some instances, like in cutscenes, to cover the fact that it's not everybody in the world that is thin, right?
Yeah, and we really wanted Josie to be the manager of this to be slightly heavier than everyone else in the game.
And it was this argument about it would be tough to animate and stuff like that, that it's not going to look good. And
That was nonsense.
Yeah, but it was a tough one. But finally we managed to make her slightly more heavy than other characters.
Yeah, and I remember that there were certain people on the team who really, really were against it, and they were just saying it'll look weird visually, and having a really thin terrorist with this heavy woman just won't work, and I never quite understood the heart of those things, but in the end it works out really well.
Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is dead, but he didn't know what the hog or the typhoon. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen out.
Not quite what you signed up for, is it, Jensen?
Excuse me?
Sneaking into your own factory to hide stuff while the boss holds the cops at bay? Don't get me wrong, I love Mr. Seraph. I just hate it when contracts become more important than people. I thought you did too.
Sorry to break it to you, Mallory. But it's just the way the world is.
Doesn't mean I have to like it. You ready to go?
Yeah, get me out of here, Mallory.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented.
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us,
They were gone.
whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the Intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland. I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now,
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right? See you later then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
roger that. Good night, Mallory.
I think it's disgusting how Papa behaves. Like it's his fault he communicates to your habits.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving